So good morning friends, today we are going to discuss act and scene. This is the third term in M.H. Abraham, a glossary of literary terms. Alright, so before beginning this video, if you are new to this channel, then don't forget to press the bell icon below. And also if you want me to share with you all these videos and a lot more content in one shot and guide you in an exact way so that you can clear the UGC NET examination as soon as possible, you can simply join my personal training program. Check the link in the description below to know more about this personal training program. So now without any further delay, let's begin this topic. So in M.H. Abrahams, this term act and scene is briefly explained, but in this video we are going to cover a lot more details from the perspective of UGC NET examination. Alright, so there is a play which is divided into acts, and these acts are divided into scenes. In English literature, these plays come into existence during the age of Elizabethan. The duration of this age is from 1558 to 1603, and after 1603 James I came into power. And also remember that in 1605 the gunpowder tragedy was failed. So there was a conspiracy to kill this James I, but this plot of killing James I ended up in a failure. So this was UGC NET examination question, that when was gunpowder plot was failed. It was in 1605. Alright, in 1603 Queen Elizabeth passed away, and in 1605 this gunpowder plot was set against James I. So the major plays in English literature came in the age of Elizabethan, and generally these plays are divided into 5 acts, which was based on Roman plays. And the playwriters here in the Elizabethan age make sure that they are following the unity of Aristotle, which is unity of time, space and action. Alright, so every playwriter used to follow that unity of time, space and action, but it was William Shakespeare who broke away this unity of time and space, and he was being criticized by John Dryden also for breaking the unity of time and space. For example, in his play The Tempest, Shakespeare has successfully followed the unity of time, space and action, but in Winter's Tale he breaks this unity of time by making a jump of 16 years. So the unity of time says that there must be some kind of unity in between time. You simply cannot jump 16 years forward in the story or 10 years backward in the story. You have to maintain the unity of time, space and action. But in Winter's Tale of Shakespeare, Shakespeare broke away this unity of time. And along with William Shakespeare, other playwriters are Christopher Marlowe, Ben Jonson. Remember that Christopher Marlowe only wrote tragedies, but William Shakespeare has written historical plays, tragedies, comedies, tragicomedies, etc. William Shakespeare has also written romance, for example, Romeo and Juliet. Alright, Christopher Marlowe has only written tragedies. And there was a notion that these tragedies are imitated on the Roman playwright Seneca. So whatever the tragedies were being written during the Elizabethan period are also known as Senecan tragedies, as they were all based on the bloody revenge tragedies that has already been written by Seneca. Alright, another playwright was Thomas Kyd, who has famously wrote Spanish tragedy. Also remember that the spelling of playwright is W-R-I-G-S-T. It is not W-R-I-T-E. W-R-I-G-S-T means craft. So the one who crafts play is known as playwright. Do not get confused between W-R-I-T-E and W-R-I-G-S-T. W-R-I-G-S-T means craftsman or builder. The one who builds play or the one who crafts play is known as playwright. Along with these playwriters are the university wits. So if you don't know about these university wits, you can simply check on the Google. I will tell you the name of all these 7 university wits in brief. There was John Lilly, Thomas Lodge, Thomas Nash, Robert Greene, Thomas Kyd, Christopher Marlowe and George Peele. Okay, check the spelling of this Peele. And other than these playwriters, there were Thomas Dekker, who has famously written a work, The Shoemaker's Holiday. This was UGC NET question, that who has written The Shoemaker's Holiday. The answer was Thomas Dekker. Another one is Thomas Heywood. He has written Woman Killed with Kindness. Another one is George Chapman. He was famous for translating Homer. There are other playwrights who have written a lot of plays, but we are not going to discuss all of these writers in this particular video, because discussion over these playwrights is the part of British literature and not the part of Glossary of Literary Terms by M.H. Abraham. So if you want to study these writers, you can simply check British history. Alright, so now as we know that the Elizabethan plays were divided into 5 acts, and these 5 acts are divided into 1 or more scenes. Alright, but as the time passes by, these 5 acts play were reduced to 4 acts play, and the writers who started writing 4 acts play are the Russian writers like Anton Chekhov or Henrik Ibsen. These two writers started writing 4 acts play. So there was a question from Anton Chekhov. There was a quotation given in the net and it was asked who has written these lines. So the line was, "Medicine is my lawful wife and literature is my mistress." So this was UGC net question. Remember that. Anton Chekhov has written 4 major plays: The Cherry Orchard, Three Sisters, The Seagull. This was his first play, whereas The Cherry Orchard was his last play. And Uncle Vanya, Vanya. Alright, all these were performed at Moscow Art Theatre. So this Moscow Art Theatre we will again study in literary theory. This was a part in formalism, as formalism was first started by Russians. Alright, and this Henrik Ibsen has written a famous work called Hedda Gabler and Ghosts. This is a play which is, I think, the part of Punjab University. There was a question from Hedda Gabler in UGC net. So remember to read these 2 plays in detail. Alright, and later these 4 acts plays was further reduced to 2 acts plays and 1 act play. Alright, as we have discussed in our previous video that the 2 act play are Waiting for Godot and 1 act play is Endgame, Kraft's Last Tape, The Bald Soprano. This was a play of Eugene Ionesco. And I was watching an interview by Girish Kannad on YouTube. He is a Kannad playwright, famously known for his work Yayati and Tughlaq. And in this interview he has talked about the future of theatre in India. So he was saying that the future of theatre in India seems gloomy to him. Only a few states are now interested in creating plays or doing theatres, and the mostly alive theatre is of Marathi culture. In India, theatres are only performed in Maharashtra. And he was also talking about the works he has translated so far. He was talking about his friend Badal Sarkar and his another friend Vijay Tendulkar. So he has translated the work of Badal Sarkar and Vijay Tendulkar, who were his friends also. So do not forget to read Ivam Indrajit and Pagla Ghoda by Badal Sarkar, and the most famous play of Vijay Tendulkar is Shantata Kot Chalu Ahe. So Vijay Tendulkar is from Marathi literature while Badal Sarkar is from Bengali literature. Alright, so remember all these points. So I hope you have now understand the meaning of act and scene. And another important term we have forgotten to discuss is proscenium arc. It is nothing but the stage who looks like this. Arch. So this is the structure of an arch, and there are curtains over here, and after every act or every scene they just drop these curtains, or if the curtains are not available they just dim the lights. Alright. So in this way the audience will able to understand that the scene has been ended or the act has been ended now, and there is a possibility that the next scene will arrive soon on the stage. You must have seen in the movies, after every act or scene they just drop these curtains or dim the lights in order to show the audience that the scene and act has been ended now. So that is it for this video. And now if you really found this video worth of your time, please do not forget to like the button. This will keep me motivated to create more such videos. And also if you want to join my personal training program, you can check the description below to join it as soon as possible. So that's it for this video. Thank you.